Hello, Shining Soul. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's so lovely to have you here. I am a psychic medium that's on a mystical mission to spread unconditional love, light, and joy to all that reside on this beautiful planet. Let's get right into our pick a card reading today. We have a very exciting, fun, juicy one. This is how do people view you? We are going to do in the categories of work, love, family, friendships, and strangers. So we're getting to the nitty-gritty of all of it. How does everybody view you? So what we're going to do is show off the cards and crystals first. I'll do that nice up close so you can get a good look and decide what pile or piles are calling your name. Once you've chosen, you can check the description box down below for the timestamps to go straight to your reading. Pile 1 is Earth Pulsing, Pulse of the Mother, Slow Down, Time in Nature, with the crystal Red Zebra Marble. Pile 2, You're Not Alone, Isolation, Physical Connection, and Community, with the crystal Unakite. Pile 3, The Seven Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression, with the crystal Rainbow Flourite. Pile 4, Breath of the Cosmos, My Will to Thy Will, Micromanaging the Universe, with the crystal Tiger's Eye. Go ahead, tune into that intuition to pick your pile or piles and enjoy your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You've chosen Earth Pulsing with the beautiful red zebra marble ball. We're going to be mainly using the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. This is actually the first ever Oracle deck I got, so I'm very connected to it. So we're going to pull 6 cards from this to get the overviews of how people view you in each category of work, love, family, friendships with men, friendships with women, and then strangers. And then we've also got 2 other cards that we have pulled to see how you view yourself, as well as a general message for you right now. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So thank you, guides and angels, for tapping me in to collective of Pile 1 and bringing through the 6 categories of how people see them. All right, so in work, we have Isis coming out with magic manifesting. In love, we have Serapis Bay with Ascension. In family, we have Paul the Venetian experiencing grace. In friendships with men, we've got Joan of Arc, voice of truth. And don't worry, I will go through all of these in depth. We just want to pull your cards first. In friendships with women, we have, Master Buddha, increased awareness. And for strangers, we have Sir Nonos coming out with Life Force. How do you view yourself? We have Full Moon in Taurus with Detoxify. Your general message for right now is find balance. Wow, loving this. So let's deep dive into the cards and I will let you know what this means. In the category of work, having Isis with magic manifesting, your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. This really means that the way that people view you in the workplace is you are very focused, you are very goal orientated. When you set out to accomplish something, you get it done, whatever the means are. You definitely have dreams and big visions as well. You may be somebody that others view you in the workplace as a competition when it comes to getting raises or positions like management positions. Definitely you have a very strong energy, a very commanding energy. That's how people are viewing you in the workplace. Also, people view you as somebody who's very focused. that you don't necessarily get distracted at work or outside of work too much. People view you that you're very put together, you're very focused, you're goal orientated. Whether or not that is how you view yourself, that is really how people are viewing you when it comes to work and career, which is amazing. You have such a strong presence coming through with this Isis card. You definitely are a force to be reckoned with. Loving how you have 2 Egyptian deities coming out as well. So Serapis Bay with Ascension, we have move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. This is talking about how people see you in love. So you are like a beacon of light. You may have attracted some partners in the past that needed some healing because you are this bright beacon of light. You're so bright that others that need help to rise above their darkness seek you out. You're very much coming out with this ascension energy where in love, others see you as a partner who can help excel them, who can help them heal, who can help them go to the next level. They really see you as someone that they can grow with or that can help them grow specifically. As well as the move into your true self, I feel like others view you as very authentic and quite genuine when it comes to love. You don't really put off an energy that you're fake or that you're making things up or that you're somebody that you're not. You do very much put out a very genuine, bright, light type of energy when it comes to love and relationships and crushes. So you may be the type of person, pile one, who finds a lot of people are interested in you, a lot of people have eyes for you, a lot of people want to date you, and that really is because they see you as this beacon of light, as this person being genuine, and as somebody that they can grow and heal with. So you're very attractive when it comes to the area of love. Moving over to Paul the Venetian with Experiencing Grace, we have share your gifts with grace, waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So this here is talking about how people in family view you. So you're very much a creative, artistic type of energy coming through here, as well as very loving, very calm and grounded. We've got a lot of these lighter colors in this card, as well as the rose over the heart. And Paul the Venetian is very creative as well as loving. We've got that inspiration and love. So it feels like you're somebody when it comes to family that others view as very approachable, very kind, generous, loving, and you may also be creative in the ways where maybe you have a knack for planning really fun birthday parties, or maybe you always have a funny Christmas tradition that you make everybody do. There's that type of energy where others in your family really view you as this kind of fun, spunky, creative, but also very calm and kind, generous, and loving type of energy. I do feel like your family is quite drawn to you, and you probably have a lot of wonderful family connections. This next card here talks about how men in particular view you in friendships. This is interesting because we've got Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. This means that in friendships, men really view you as someone, again, and this is almost coming out in a lot of your areas, honest. You're very honest. You're genuine. You're going to say it how it is. You're not going to beat around the bush, and you really do have a strong stance to you. You almost have this kind of armor to your energy. Men see you as very strong, whether you're a woman or a man yourself. They see you as somebody who's very strong, very opinionated, but in a good way. They do view you as, I'm getting a very positive energy from this, nothing negative. I do feel like you probably get along, no matter your gender, with men quite well. It seems that they view you as almost like on their level. We see Joan of Arc, she's a fighter, she's a warrior. So she's got that kind of masculine, I'll say it like it is, I'll fight you if I need to energy, and that's kind of how men view you. I feel like men see you and they feel like, oh yeah, this person can hang, this person, can be part of the crew, this person is going to say it like it is, and they're going to be straight up and honest and genuine, and they're going to stand their ground too. I feel like they also admire the fact that you are quite persistent and you will stand your ground with whatever it is you believe in. So if one of your other friends may have, like another male friend has a different opinion than you, you don't necessarily care and you're going to stand your ground, and they find that admirable in you. So I'm feeling like men in general actually really enjoy your company when it comes to friendships. With the Master Buddha card, we're talking about how women in particular see you in friendships. So we've got increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. I do feel a softer energy coming out here for the way that women view you versus men. I do feel like the women are tapping more into your intuition and your emotional side. I feel like they see how connected you are to your intuition. You may be even psychic as well, pile one. So you really do have this I'm connected, I'm aware type of energy that women are picking up on, and they find that quite calming. I feel like you may have a lot of female friends who confide in you, who really like to have conversations, who like to really get to talking about the deeper stuff with you because they understand and can feel that you're connected to yourself, you're connected to your emotions, you're deep, you have that awareness, you're able to meet them on that deeper level. So it feels like women in general get a softer vibe from you, and I do feel like when it comes to men in friendships, you may get along with a lot of men and it may be more fun and adventurous, whereas your connections with women may be a little bit less, but they're very deep. Feels like you may have a little bit more male friends, a few less women when it comes to friends, but the women you are friends with, it's a very, very strong, deep connection. With this card, we're talking about how strangers see you, their general overview of you. So if you were to pass somebody on the street or interact with, the bank teller, this is really the energy that you're giving off to those types of people, which I actually am really enjoying because we've got life force, express your driving passion, central and sexual powers are increased. So this actually is reflecting in some of your other cards, but it's interesting that this is the quality that strangers are picking up from you and really seeing. They see this passion, they see this fire within you. And we've seen that a little bit with you standing your ground and being this beacon of light, or standing your ground in work, being this beacon of light in love, being able to really be creative and loving with your family, having these great friendship connections. So you definitely have this fire, this light, this life inside of you, this life force, and that really is what shines the most to strangers. You may also find you get a few looks, maybe you have really good fashion sense, or you just tend to really keep yourself put together while you're out and about, because we've also got the sensual and sexual powers are increased. So I feel like people, again, we've got that, we were saying that with your love card, people are quite attracted to you, pile one. People find you very pleasing to look at, and you may find that you have a lot of random admirers or looks when you're out and about or walking through the mall. So you really do have just this passion, fiery life force, kind of sexy energy that people pick up from you. So wow, I love that. Going into how do you view yourself? So you've got the full moon in Taurus with detoxify. What's interesting is we're talking about how fiery and passionate this energy is that you have that's coming off to others. And then we have an earth sign coming out for how you view yourself. So this is giving me a lot of the same energy of the card that you chose, which makes a lot of sense with the earth pulsing. We've got Taurus, the earth sign, a lot of green coming here. So it does feel like to you personally, you view yourself as very stable, very grounded, as well as somebody who's able to, with detoxify, move past anything that is not for your highest good. Again, we've seen that reflected in your career card, where people see you as very focused and driven and almost competition to get those higher up positions or those raises. So you really do see yourself in that way also. You have this detoxifying energy where you're grounded and stable enough to understand and be aware of when something comes into your space that is not for your highest good, and you have the strength and the power, that's where your fiery energy comes in, to really move past it. Overall, you view yourself as grounded, earthly, connected, and able to move past anything that is not for your highest good. Our fairy card here is a general message for you that you need to hear. So we've got find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Let's go into our book and read the full message. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You've probably heard this before. Does it apply to you or someone you know? Are you working too hard and not allowing enough time for rest and play? Are you feeling bored, or are you in danger of becoming boring? Be truthful with yourself when answering. Even though fairies are known to be super hard workers, they also know how to rest and play. The fairies are flying in now to remind you to take a break and give your body and mind a well-deserved rest. The problem with work is that once you've completed one task, there's always another waiting, a bit like housework. But even though it may feel as though you need to rush to get everything done, taking some time out can actually give you more energy to complete the task at hand. Fairies love to snooze, and they're telling you that 40 winks in the afternoon, also known as a power nap, could be beneficial for you. The strong message here is to get some rest. This card could also be saying that you're playing too much. Perhaps you're procrastinating when you ought to be working. You need to be really honest with yourself about this, as you will only know if you have the right balance of work, rest, and play in your life. That brings us to the original card you chose, Earth Pulsing. This actually really feels tied into the fine balance. I do feel like this is almost saying a bit of a suggestion to help you to find balance right now is to spend some time in nature and to slow down. Feels like that's definitely going to help you to find that balance. As well, really, again, understand why you chose this card, why you were drawn to a pile one, because you see yourself as a grounded, stable earth sign Taurus, whether or not that is one of your signs or a lot of your placements in your birth chart. That is kind of just the type of energy you view yourself as having. So very interesting that you've chosen the earth pulsing, that you were drawn to that as you see yourself as having that earthly type of energy. And that wraps up this How Do People View You Pick a Card reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it did resonate and gave you a little bit of interesting insight into maybe what people in your life as well as strangers see from you or feel from your energy. And if you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, leave your experience in a comment below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another reading. Sending you angelic love and light. Have a magical day, Pile 1. See you in the next reading. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You've chosen You're Not Alone with the Unakite crystal. So let's get right into it. We're going to use the Keepers of the Light deck mostly. This was my first ever oracle deck, so I'm very connected to it. We're going to do the categories of how do people view you in work, love, family, friendships with men, friendships with women, and strangers. So let's go ahead and get those 6 cards for you. Okay, for work, we have White Eagle with Ancestor Spirit. So we will pull all your cards and then go into depth. In love, we have Master Buddha, Increased Awareness. In family, oh, beautiful, Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Friendships with men, Freya, Phases and Cycles. In friendships with women, Saint Germain, Karma Releasing. And strangers, Hope, Love, and Acceptance. I've also pulled 2 other cards from different decks. So this one here is how you view yourself. New Moon in Cancer with Relax. And this is a general message for you right now. Interesting. Protect your dreams. Let's dive into these cards and I will tell you what it all means. Starting with White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. This is in work. We've got connect to your lineage, a family wound or pattern can be healed now. That means that you have a very healing energy. People see you as somebody that they can really connect to, almost like a family member. And they're able to confide in you. They're able to talk with you. I mean, some of you may even have HR type positions, but it's almost that type of energy where people in your workplace feel like they can come to you. They feel like you're almost family in a way, and they're able to really speak to you about anything. And you have this very, very healing energy that they are picking up on. So you almost have more of a healing family type energy that people in your workplace actually see coming from you. Next, we've got how people in love view you. So people who are interested in you, in crushes, people that you have been in relationships with before or currently in. This is the energy energy that you give off when people are interested in you romantically. And you've got increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. So really what's coming through with that is that others that are interested in you really see you as somebody who is calm, collected, genuine, and very connected to themselves, very connected to your passions, your hobbies, your opinions, as well as the things that you really feel like matter. Now, I am picking up that this is a positive thing in some cases, but also something that in some cases kind of scares people away from you that are interested in you. So you may find that you might not have that many people approach you or compliment you. And I do feel like that's coming from this energy where people are actually almost a little bit overwhelmed with how strong and connected you are to yourself. And sometimes people who don't have that find it a little bit intimidating. So they might want to compliment you, but they don't necessarily know how to approach your energy. On the other hand, you very much attract people that also are grounded and strong and know what they want. I do feel like those people who have this same type of energy that they are noticing in you or that they see in you are really attracted to it. They really love that you are connected, that you are aware, that you really stand your ground. They see that and they find it very attractive. So it's interesting how this in love, the way people view you, is either very attractive or almost intimidating. Moving over to Lady Nada, we have, this is how people in family are viewing you. We've got Heart Awakening, Awaken to Acceptance and Divine Love, Give and Receive in Balance. This is a beautiful one for family, as it seems like your family really views you as somebody incredibly loving, incredibly accepting, as well as somebody who's able to give and receive in balance. You're not somebody who's always just paying attention to yourself. I feel like you do give quite a bit to your family, but you also know when it's time to take care of yourself. Overall, it feels like people in your family are able to approach you, they're able to talk to you, almost like the same type of energy you gave off to the workplace, but amplified, which I see now why you give this off in the workplace, because you have such a strong energy in your home life, in your family life. You definitely give that type of beautiful, unconditional, divine love, and those in your family notice it, they see it, and they really appreciate it. We see so many roses in this card, and that's almost how your family views you, as this beautiful, precious rose that brings so much beauty and love and light to the family. Over here with Freya, this is talking on how men in friendships view you. We have phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Now, this is interesting because I'm actually psychically picking up two different things, almost like how you had the two different impressions with people in the love category. I'm getting that again with your friendships with men. I feel like some of you already know what I'm about to say with that. There's this energy where some men really get along with you, and no matter your gender, but with your friendships, when it comes to men, there are some that enjoy your energy because you have this say it like it is, and you are able to reveal illusions. And I understand that also coming from your very healing, loving family energy. I feel like you're not necessarily somebody who puts up with bullshit, or if you see bullshit, you're gonna call it. And there are some men that actually really admire this, that actually really like that, and they enjoy that energy. The part here where we have there's a beginning within every ending, that's bringing me to the other group of men who I feel absolutely hate it. Like, I am getting such a strong energy that there are some friendships with men that just end for you because of the things that you say or the way that you express your opinions. Some men actually can't handle it because if you have an opposite opinion, I feel like you're not going to falter as well. You're going to call people on their bullshit, and some men don't like that. Some men want a yes man type of friend who's never going to call them on anything. And you definitely don't have that energy. Like Freya is all about revealing, you know, those illusions, and you are somebody who is willing to do that. So some men find this very admirable and really enjoy hanging out with you. Some absolutely, and I know this is such a strong word, but this is how I'm feeling psychically, they hate it. Like, I feel like there's this love-hate when it comes to having friendships with men, and I feel like you almost have always had this back and forth pile too, and you might wonder why you get along so well with some men, and some, it just seems to end out of nowhere. The friendships crumble, they deteriorate, or it seems like it starts off strong, and then all of a sudden, they're not there anymore. So it feels like that's kind of why, because some men are picking up on that energy and they're absolutely not enjoying it. Whereas there's this other group of them that are absolutely happy that you have that, I will call it like it is type of attitude. So it feels like there are definitely some phases in your life, pile two, when it comes to friendships with men. Like I said, that roller coaster, that up and down. Let's move over to Saint Germain. This is going to talk about particularly women in friendships. We've got karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. This is, again, some of the same type of energy where you're going to tell it like it is. That's kind of what we've got here with the karma releasing, move beyond drama, make room for good energy. You are not about drama. You are not about cattiness. And again, it doesn't matter your gender. We're talking about all women in general view you as somebody who does not like drama. So those types of women who are quite into the cattiness, the drama, the pettiness, you don't make friends with them. And sometimes it can be hard to find women who aren't into that or who don't play into those types of roles. So I do feel like you may have limited friends when it comes to women. You may have more friends in the men category. There is a bit of duality coming out with this one as well. I feel like the women who are really catty and into drama, when you don't put up with it and you definitely don't play into it, they can have a dislike for you. But then when you do meet women, again, who are on the same page as you, who don't like the drama, it does feel like those are the ones that really like your energy. But there definitely are, again, some women that come across you that don't necessarily vibe with you or don't necessarily want to be friends because they see and they can feel that you're not going to put up with bullshit. With your hope card, this is how strangers in general view you. So this would just be if you're walking past somebody on the street or interacting with the grocery cashier. This is really how those types of people view you. We've got love and acceptance, love is yours, recognize your divine worth, and choose loving thoughts. This has a lot of the same energy that your family views you in. I do feel like strangers pick up this very loving type of energy off of you. I do feel like you're the type of person who is open to having little chit chat and conversations with the mailman or the cashier. Maybe you compliment those types of people or tell them to have a good day. You're quite chatty, you're quite bright and loving and kind to them. And that's really what strangers pick up, is mainly this overall energy of just love and calmness and acceptance. I feel like you really are able to brighten people's days. We even see like a very sunny type of color and energy coming from this card. With the loving thoughts, that's why I'm saying you may compliment people. I feel like you may have nice and kind thoughts about others, and instead of keeping it inside, you say it out loud. So you'll say, oh, that's a nice outfit, or oh my gosh, I really like your makeup. You're the type of person who will actually say that, and that's why people feel this like warm, fuzzy love type of energy from you, strangers do. Going into this card up here is talking about how you view yourself. So it's interesting. We've got the new moon in Cancer with relax. So a water sign coming out. Very, very calming, which is quite interesting because a lot of these cards have that dualistic nature where there's one group of people who love you and vibe with you, and then there's this other group of people who just doesn't necessarily vibe with you. So I love that the way you see yourself is very relaxed, very calm, and I almost understand how that plays into some people not necessarily vibing with you, because those people who don't have this calm, relaxed, grounded type of energy or go with the flow type of energy, they almost feel threatened by how relaxed and how connected and calm you can be. This is also giving me a lot of intuition and emotion with the water. So it feels like you also view yourself as somebody who's very emotional. We also see calm water here. So I feel like you view yourself as somebody who's quite in control of your emotions. Maybe not like 100% of the time, but 80% of the time you feel very cool and collected when it comes to your emotions. If something were to happen, you feel like you have the tools to deal with it and to handle it. As well, that intuition, I do feel like you see yourself as somebody who's very tapped in and aware of your surroundings, your environment, other people. You notice how they look, what they say, how they act. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have Cancer in any of your placements. This just means that it is really the type of overall energy that you yourself view you having. So that means overall you really do have a very Cancerian energy that you see yourself giving out into the world. And as we see reflected in some of your other cards, not everybody sees this in you, but it's quite interesting to see how others perceive you as well as how you perceive yourself. So that's why I wanted to bring out this card. This card here is a general message. So we have got protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. Let's go into the book and read the full message for you. Allow your dreams to have strong foundations before revealing them to the world at large. While they're growing and still tender, it's important to cherish and protect them. It would be wise not to reveal your dreams to anyone unless you fully trust them to hold your dreams dear and to keep them as safe as you do. And you're under no obligation to reveal your deepest wishes and dreams, even to those closest to you, until the time is right. We all have the right to protect our heartfelt dreams and wishes. Do so with positivity, trust, and love. You can ask the fairies to add an extra layer of protection to your dreams by saying, "Fairies, this is my dream. It is dear to me. Please help to protect it till it comes to be." As your dream grows, nurtured by the protection it has received from you and the fairies, it will gain power and momentum. This will serve you well for when your dream is released into the world. Nurture your dream so that it may come to be in this earthly realm for the highest good of all. You alone will know when the time is right to release your dream. Wow. So pile 2, you must be working on something, or you must have some sort of dream or project. So there's something brewing for you, whether physically or still in that mental area of manifestation. That brings us back to your original card that you chose, which is the You're Not Alone, Isolation, Physical Connection, and Community. What's really interesting is this card actually talks about reaching out and not isolating yourself. It talks about finding community and finding that physical connection, which is interesting because this is what you were drawn to. So to me in this reading, the context of this is actually saying that you're somebody who enjoys your isolation. You like your solitude. You do have that physical connection with some people in your life. You do have community, but it's smaller for you. You know, there's some people who are really extroverted, really into community. And I'm not saying that you're introverted, but you do really enjoy your me time. You don't find it necessary to just have a bunch of people around you for no reason. I do feel like you're quite selective in your connections with people, which we've seen reflected in the way that you're really not into drama, which again, that isolation comes into play. It feels like you're the type of person who would rather spend some time at home, enjoying yourself, enjoying your hobbies, enjoying your own company, versus just going out to go out. If you're gonna go out and hang out with people or hang out with your community, there needs to be a reason. There needs to not be drama. There needs to be no bullshit, right? You're a very straightforward person in that regard, that you don't necessarily like to waste your time in physical or community situations that just aren't for your highest good or that aren't something that you are interested in. There's no point when it comes to that for you. So I hope you enjoyed this How Do People View You pick a card reading. It gave you a little bit of fun insight into how others see you and perceive your energy, pile 2. If any of it did resonate, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, share your experience below in a comment, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you never miss another reading. Sending you lots of love and light. Have a magical day. See you in the next video. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the 7 Star Sisters and the Rainbow Flourite. So let's get right into it. We're going to mainly be using the Keepers of the Light Oracle. This was my first ever card deck I got, so I'm very connected to it. So we're going to bring through how do people view you in work, love, family, friendships with men, friendships with women, and strangers. So we are going to pull all the cards, and then once they are pulled, we will go into depth. So let's see what's going to come out for you. All right, in work, you've got Diana, focused intention. In love, Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. In family, we've got Green Tara, supreme protection. In friendships with men, we have Gaia, earth connection. In friendships with women, we have the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. And strangers view you with hope, love, and acceptance. You may have picked another pile, and if you picked the pile that also got hope for this placement, that is very interesting. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you did pick both piles where hope has shown up. Also pulled 2 cards from other decks. This one is how do you view yourself? We have last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. And this is a general message for you right now. We have solitude coming out. Now that we've got all our cards, let's deep dive into it and I'll let you know what it means. Starting off with Diana, this is how people in career and work areas of your life view you. You've got focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcome. This is very strong energy coming through for this. I feel like people see you as extremely focused, extremely goal-oriented, and having high achievable dreams. They don't see you as somebody who's okay with the bare minimum. They definitely see you as somebody who's a go-getter, who wants to get to the top with that expect the best possible outcome. People almost expect you to be a boss or expect you to be a CEO. As well, Diana is a hunter. So again, with that focus, that intention, that going after that goal and getting it no matter what, I do feel like people in your workplace almost view you as essentially a powerhouse who's capable of achieving the highest goals possible. Over in the love category, we've got Lady Venus with downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. This is really fascinating as it seems that those who are interested in you romantically see you as very intuitive, as very psychic even. This card really talks about downloads and understanding from the universe, from your spirit guides, from angels. This is definitely talking also on people who have psychic abilities, clairs, who are aware of those. So this definitely is something that people who are into you romantically are picking up on. They really see you as somebody possibly even spiritual. They see you as somebody very connected to yourself, and they view you as highly intuitive. Maybe they even see you as somebody who can have premonitions or psychic visions. They're definitely heavily picking up on that as the general energy. So you might find that you, pile 3, are attracting other people who are psychic or spiritual, and that's because they're actually really seeing you in that light. That's how people interested in you romantically view you. This card also gives off a lot of angelic, sparkly energy, and I feel like that's what others see in you. They see you as almost otherworldly, etheric, cosmic. They see you as human, but almost having this angelic type of energy to you. And that's what draws people into you when it comes to love. Moving over to Green Tara with Supreme Protection. Now, this is talking about how people in your family life view you, which is really lovely. We've got you are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation, and trust. Feels like overall, people in your family life really view you as someone extremely protective. You are the protector. You are the person that is able to help them move past the things that aren't working for them. So maybe if somebody's getting bullied in your family or a younger family member, it feels like they're going to come to you and tell you, maybe versus their parents or versus their other siblings. It feels like you're the protector in the family. You have that energy where you are strong and protecting, but green tar is also very feminine and calm and cool and collected, which is why I feel like people in your family gravitate towards you. They feel like they can tell you things with that divine energy you hold, as well as with your masculine energy of protection. You're going to stand up for them. You're going to protect them. You're going to help them. The last word on this card is also simply trust. I feel like your family views you as extremely trustworthy too, which is again why they're able to confide in you, why you're able to have those deeper conversations and beautiful connections with your family members, because you have this energy where they view you as strong, protective, grounded, but also feminine and able to listen and hold them and really see them and hear them. So you almost have this very balanced energy with your masculine and your feminine that your family sees. That's how they view you. Now, this card here is talking on your friendships, specifically with men. So disclaimer, it does not matter your gender at all. This is talking in general how men in friendships view you regardless of your gender. So we've got Gaia with Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, and stay grounded. We almost have a bit of the same energy that your family views you here with this card, with that groundedness, that really strong foundational base. It does feel like in general, men view you as somebody who is quite aware of environmental issues or the environment or nature in general. That segues us over into the Holy Spirit card. This is talking on your friendships specifically with women. We've got expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally and spirit has your back. With this card, it's really talking about miracles happening, good things happening, a lot of love, a lot of high vibrations, and letting it occur naturally. So to me, it feels like naturally you have probably more friendships with women. Again, doesn't matter your gender. Feels like you have a few solid ones with men, but you have this magnetic, miraculous, magical energy when it comes to communicating with women, and they're drawn to it. I feel like you get along so easily, so naturally with women. You have this beautiful divine feminine within you. Actually, I literally just realized you have not gotten a single male that came out from this deck. So wow, pile 3, you have so much divine feminine energy within you. This is amazing. We've even got the sisters card. So wow, yes, whether you are a male or a female yourself, you have got very heightened divine female energy within you. And that is why it is so, or you are so attractive to women in friendships in particular. It feels like they can tell that you're honest, you're genuine, you're real. They can tell that you're tapped into your intuition, that you're focused, that you're protective, you're strong, you're loving. So overall, women absolutely adore you when it comes to friendships. Now with the Hope card, this is how strangers in general see you. Now this would be talking about a conversation with the mailman or passing someone on the street that you don't know, those types of connections. So we've got love and acceptance, love is yours, recognize your divine worth, and choose loving thoughts. This is a great card because you exude just beautiful, calm, loving, accepting, non-judgmental, divine type of energy. This card came out in another pile, and I was saying that you're the type of person to compliment strangers, which is why they get this like loving vibe from you. You have a lot of these beautiful thoughts and kind thoughts about others. So instead of keeping them inside, you really do tell others. If you like somebody's outfit, you're the type of person to say, beautiful outfit. So you are giving off this loving vibe, this very divine, non-judgmental vibe to strangers. Feels like you could also have nice conversations with people who are your cashiers, again, like your mailman. You really notice these people and you give them love, you give them attention, and you are really kind and humble, and you don't really judge. So this feels like that's what people pick up on, and strangers really enjoy your energy. Now, I thought it would be interesting to have this card placement. This is how you view yourself, because it's interesting to see how others perceive you, but we also perceive ourselves in a certain way. So the way that you mostly perceive yourself here is you've got last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. Overall with Taurus, we've got that grounded, again, we've got, that Gaia, that earth connection. We've got that grounded energy. Taurus is an earth sign. We've got a lot of nature here as well. And I will say you have a ton of blue and green colors in your cards coming out in your reading pile 3. Blue means protection, and green is your heart chakra. It's that love, it's that acceptance, it's that non-judgment. And you have a lot of that coming through, as well as a lot of that grounded protection. You're also quite proud of yourself. You're proud of where you've got. Maybe you haven't always been this stable and grounded pile 3, but you've worked to get here. Taurus is a hard worker. They're an earth sign. They put in the work for the finer things in life to be able to enjoy life. So that's why I say maybe you weren't always like this, but now you view yourself in this very proud, grounded energy because you've put in so much hard work to get to where you are today, to be this beautiful person that you are now. Well, overall, this is very interesting. Some of the other piles had quite a difference in how they were perceiving themselves versus others, but this is very much matching up with a lot of that love and protection and stableness, and you're viewing yourself in a lot of that same way that others are. It doesn't matter if you don't have Taurus placements in your birth chart. This is really just your overall energy of how you perceive yourself, how you perceive that you are putting yourself out into the world. So it doesn't matter if you don't have Taurus placements. You really have that earthly, grounded, hardworking, proud of yourself energy. Going into your fairy card, this is some general advice for you right now. We have got solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. So I'm going to go ahead into the book and read you your full message. Sometimes when we think of being alone, it can bring a fear of feeling lonely or melancholy, as we often associate being alone with these feelings. Here's the good news. It really is okay to be alone, being comfortable in your own skin and in your own beautiful company. How free does this make you feel to know? Tuning into the deep places within where our inner treasures reside can be a profound and enlightening experience. The spiritual essence of this experience is peace, peace within and without. Experiencing true peace is also something that can only happen when we spend precious time in solitude, in contemplation, or meditation, even if it's only for a few minutes a day. When we're out of balance, being alone can make us feel lonely and sorry for ourselves, and we might still feel like this even when we're in company. Counterbalance this by observing your blessings, and it won't be long before you're in a state of gratitude for your own divine company. If this card has popped up for you today, the fairies are urging you to take some time out and spend it alone. It's in such moments of being alone that the messages of the fairies can come through more clearly. The increased spiritual space enables you to be more receptive and aware of any subtle messages and signs from the universe. Alternatively, this card might be saying that you're spending too much time alone, so consider this too. So it definitely seems like there needs to be some you time, some solitude time, some meditation, some relax, some retreat time for you, pile 3. That's definitely the message coming through here for you. That brings us back to your original card, the 7 Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life and Expression. I do definitely see why you recall to this card, pile 3. Overall, this is really talking about that beautiful, strong, creative, divine, feminine energy, that expression, that life, that passion. And a lot of that is what other people see in you, with a lot of your divine feminine energy coming out, as well as with Diana, that focused intention. You're able to really, again, bring your dreams into fruition with that birthing creations and the tapestry of life. It feels like you're so magnetic in your energy in all of the areas of life. People definitely feel your energy, your power, your strength, and they're drawn to that. As well, you have this beautiful expression. You're very creative. You're very divine in the way that you carry yourself, in the way that you speak, in the way that you dress. There's this beautiful wave of expression that really comes through in the way that people view you. So it makes sense, pile 3, that you were really drawn to this card. I hope you enjoyed this How Do People View You pick a card reading, and it was fun and gave you a little bit of insight into how others perceive you and maybe the way that you are perceiving yourself. If it did resonate at all, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, share your experience in a comment, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you never miss out on another reading. Sending you lots of love, pile 3, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. You've chose Breath of the Cosmos with the beautiful tiger eye. So let's get right into it and figure out, how do people view you? We are going to mainly use the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. This was my first ever card deck, so I'm very connected to it. We are going to be digging into people viewing you in the work, love, family, friendships with men, friendships with women, and strangers categories. So let's see what cards are going to come out. All right, for the work category, we have the Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose. In love category, we've got White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. And don't worry, we will go more in depth. I just want to get all your cards pulled, and then we will definitely get into the details. So in family, oh beautiful, Mother Mary, Love and Peace. In friendships with men, Hilarion, Divine Healing. In friendships with women, Kuan Yin, Care and Compassion. And strangers, we've got Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Wow, I just want to point out how much purple is showing up in this. I will show you, not every bottom in this deck is purple. There's greens, there's blues, there's different colors. So the fact that all of them are these purple bottoms, we've got some blues and purples in here, and each card here almost has a blue and a purple. So whoa, a lot of those colors showing up for you, pile 4. Did also pull a few cards from a couple other decks. So this one is, how do you view yourself overall? We've got the first quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. And the fairy card is a general message you need to know right now, new beginnings. All right, I'm excited to dive into this now that we've got your cards out. Starting off with the work category with the Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided, and happiness is your purpose. This is really interesting. It seems like people in your work area of life really see you as that director, as that leader. Whether or not you are in a boss type CEO position, people really have that view of you, that you have that potential. You very much have that strong leadership ability as well. That intervention, you're able to almost fix any problem. People see you as almost the go-to man or woman when it comes to an issue arising. You may find that you have a lot of people coming to you asking for solutions or your opinions on what to do when it comes to work. And that's because people view you with that director, with that strong ability within you to know how to move forward, to know how to lead, to know how to go to the next step, and ultimately to have the end goal be happiness. We've got happiness is your purpose at the end of that card. So it feels like people view you as someone who can get the job done in a positive and effective way. It's not like people view you as somebody who goes at it brash and that's how you get it done. You really go at it at a strong, wise, calculated way, and everyone seems to be happy at the end. Overall, people have an extremely strong perception of you at the workplace. Now, this is interesting. This is the placement for love. We've got White Eagle with Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. It seems like those that are romantically interested in you, pile 4, actually see you as extremely healing. This is a very healing card, and it actually talks about healing family and healing those types of wounds. So it seems that those who are interested in you romantically actually view you as somebody who can help to heal any past hurts when it comes to family, which means they view you as somebody who could be a great father or a great mother, somebody who could create a beautiful family with them. So those that are interested in you see this very parental type of healing energy when they see you. And you might find, pile 4, that a lot of people have tried to take it to that next step real quick with you, or maybe propose to you real quick. And it's because they view you as so solidly that somebody that they could have a beautiful forever family and life with. So if you've wondered in the past why people tend to go really quick with you or want to be very committed to you early on, it's because they're seeing this early on, that you have the ability to have longevity and to really heal and create a positive family environment. Moving over to Mother Mary, this is how people in your family life view you. We've got love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Again, with that healing energy, I see why those interested in you romantically are picking up on that, because you really exude a lot of this to your family. This is how they are viewing you, as a very peaceful, loving, caring, not necessarily judgmental either. We have this card touching on the fact that let go of the need to be right. So it doesn't feel like you're judgmental when it comes to family. You're very approachable. You're able to understand and see and hear others from where they're really coming from. You don't necessarily like drama and fighting. This is such a calm, peaceful, protecting type of card. And that's really how your family sees you. They see you as that mediator almost, that person who always carries that loving, peaceful vibe. And what's interesting is it feels like there's possibly some family members that love that about you, but there's a few that I'm picking up psychically don't necessarily like how calm, cool, and collected you are. There might be some people in your family that are a bit more catty, a bit more into drama, a bit more fiery. They like to rev things up and talk about others behind each other's back. And you're not about that. You don't really like that energy. And it doesn't feel like the people who have that energy necessarily like spending that much time with you. Overall, you get along very well with your family. It's very peaceful, it's very loving, but there are those few people in your family that kind of see you as boring or not fun or not fiery enough, or they're maybe always trying to get you to say something at the family reunion that will start a fight, and you're always the one that's like, no, peace, calm, like let's not do that. Moving along to Hilarion here, this is how men in particular view you in friendships, and disclaimer, it doesn't matter what your gender is. This is in general how men view you, as well as this one is going to be how women view you. With Hilarion, we have divine healing, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal, your light can support others. This is really interesting. It seems like you have a very kind and soft energy that men perceive in friendships. And with that first line, honor your sensitivity, it feels like something that they do honor in you. So they are actually seeing your sensitivity and your ability to heal, and they're actually enjoying that about you. It does feel like a bit more of a masculine healing energy that they pick up on compared to what your family picks up on with this more motherly vibe. But it does feel like men in general, when it comes to friendships, actually see you as pretty healing, whether that just means that they can hang out with you and get along and it's healing for them. Hanging out and spending time with you seems to recharge and refresh them. That's what I mean in healing to them. And you also may be somebody who they can open up to and speak to and talk to, and you're not judgmental. Again, I'm feeling that from some of your other energy. You're very healing overall. You don't have a judgmental or harsh outlook when it comes to the way that you view others. And men really are picking up on that softer type of healing energy, but it's almost coming from a more masculine place where they're feeling healed by being around you while you do maybe more masculine activities versus feminine activities. So in general, it feels like men in that friendship realm really do like your energy. They do really perceive you in quite a positive light. They really like hanging out with you. Now, specifically the way that women perceive you in friendships, we have Kuan Yin, care and compassion, choose to be love, do what is right for everyone involved, and offer a helping hand. We've got kind of some of the same energy showing up in the way that men and women view you in friendships with that divine healing and care and compassion. Again, it's that very calm and inviting energy that they are perceiving from you. We've got choose to be loved and do what is right for everyone. Offer a helping hand. Women see you as a caretaker, as a giver, almost a little bit more how your family views you. Again, men in friendships view you as that softer energy, but they don't necessarily see it in a motherly way, whereas it's really showing up that women view you in a more caring, compassionate, motherly way. That's the way they're perceiving your energy. They kind of view you as somebody that will do anything for anybody. It feels like you may have some friendships like that with women where it is that ride or die, where they literally can call you for anything at any time, and you're always going to be you're always going to be there for them. You're always going to be able to help them. And that's something that women really, really admire about you. And they love your soft, kind of calm energy. It feels like also you might have some friendships with women who have more fiery energy or fire placements in their chart. And you have this more, with that Cancer energy, this more calm, water type of grounded, maybe even earth energy within you. So very much women are drawn to your calming, caring, compassionate, helping type of energy, which might draw in some of those more fiery type of women to you who like that calm that exudes from you. Down here with Holy Amethyst, we've got Divine Alchemy. This is talking about how strangers in general view you. So this would be your mailman, the grocery store clerk, people on the street that you pass. So that type of connection. We've got move beyond current challenges and focus on what you desire. It's interesting what I'm picking up with this. Feels like most strangers almost view you as in your own world, that focus on what you desire. I don't know if you're that type of person who's kind of quick with your errands when you go out. You're like go in, get out type of deal. You don't necessarily like to chit chat and have that small talk. Strangers almost have this view of you that you're on a mission, you've got somewhere to go, you've got something to do, and you're really focused on that desire, focused on whatever it is that you're doing. You might even be that type of person that looks really focused in the grocery store. Maybe you've got your list out and you're really scanning the aisles looking for something, like you're really focused on your desire to do your grocery shopping or to grab your mail or to get your hair cut, whatever it is when you're out in public interacting with strangers. People are really picking up that you're focused, that you don't necessarily have time to interact with them. So you might find when you're out in public, not many people approach you pile 4. That's what it's feeling like. People almost get this vibe from you that you have something better to do than to chit chat with a stranger. So it feels like strangers don't typically approach you. There's not any negative energy coming from this. It's very kind that they almost see it as like, wow, this person is so determined and focused. It would be rude if I interrupted them. So you might wonder why you don't necessarily get compliments from strangers or why strangers don't tend to talk to you. This is why. They actually see you as a man or a woman on a mission, and they feel like it would be inappropriate for them to get in your way. So nothing negative. Strangers don't view you as a negative energy. They just are like, wow, they've got something to do, and who am I to get in that way? Going into this card is how you perceive yourself most of the time, how you view yourself. I thought this would be really interesting because it's insightful to know how others perceive you, but we also have a certain way that we perceive ourselves. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of stack that against each other and see the way you view yourself versus everyone else in your life. So the way you're really seeing yourself most times is first quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. I will say I see a lot of that reflected in your cards here with the way that others are viewing you, with that healing energy, that strong energy, that care, that compassion. So it doesn't matter if you have any Cancer placements or not in your birth chart. This is really, again, just overall how you perceive yourself. So you perceive yourself as somebody who is able to be strong and push on and push through anything, no matter what gets thrown at you, but you don't feel like you're hardened. You still have that soft side, that emotional side, that water side. With Cancer, it's the crab, so you've got that hard exterior shell, but that soft inside. And I feel like that's a silly analogy, but that's a really great way to sum up the way that you perceive yourself. You've got this hardened outer shell, but you know inside you're really a teddy bear. You're really soft, you're really loving, you're really emotional, and you really care. But to sometimes on the outside maybe work and strangers, people that don't get to see you on that deeper level, you tend to come off a little bit harder or harsher. So you have that outer shell, but you also have that soft inside. So that's really how you perceive yourself, pile 4. You've got a strong exterior, but you're also a softie. With the fairy card, I did just ask for a general message that you needed to know right now. So let's go into this and see what it is. I'm going to read the full message from the book. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. This fairy godmother is overjoyed to bring news of a birth. This could be the birth of a child or an idea. Either way, it's wonderful news, and there's an aura of happiness and celebration surrounding you right now or in the near future. Your precious dreams and wishes will soon attract a personal fairy godmother who will help them to gestate under her protection before they're delivered into the world. If this message doesn't apply directly to you, then someone close to you may be about to reveal that a child will soon be born or that an idea is soon to be released into the world. All births are cause for celebration, so it could be down to you to mark this momentous occasion and host a special party or gathering to honor the new arrival. The birth of a baby or an idea often comes with a feeling of pride and love, and it's totally fine to feel proud of your own or someone else's achievements. After all, it takes a lot of super hard work to get to this birthing stage. This type of pride is a healthy feeling. It's pride from a pure heart and not from the ego. This card also serves as a message that you can be your own fairy godmother. Imagine if you had the power to make your own dreams and wishes come true, like Glinda, the Good Witch of the South, explains to Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz when she says, "You had the power all along, my dear." Wow, exciting. So some sort of new beginning happening, maybe an idea, maybe an actual baby coming into your life, or somebody you know is having a child. Super exciting, some sort of new beginning coming for you, pile 4, if not just happening, coming very soon. Brings us back around to your original card that you chose, which is Breath of the Cosmos, My Will to Thy Will, Micromanaging the Universe. Very interesting you were drawn to this card, as My Will to Thy Will is really talking about your connection with the universe, with the cosmos here. And that is really explaining why so many of these people in your life and these areas of your life view and perceive you as so strong, so healing, so nurturing, so loving. You really have this multi-dimensional, multifaceted type of energy to you, almost this cosmic flair to you, where you're so strong and connected. And some people really wonder how it is that you're so strong, so loving, so caring, emotional. How are you able to be all of this at once? It's because you really are connected to it all. I feel like you could be somebody, pile 4, who is spiritual, who is tapped into their intuition, who does understand the balance between female and male energy. So it almost feels like you have figured out some of these more energetic or bigger cosmic truths, where if you help others and you heal others and you put love out, you will receive love from the universe. If you put in hard work and strength, you will receive reward and abundance from the universe. So you really are connected. You've got that breath of the cosmos within your soul, pile 4. You are a very dynamic type of person, and others really do perceive that in you. So I see why you were so drawn to this card. I hope you enjoyed this How Do People View You pick a card reading. Hopefully it was fun, gave you a little bit of insight on how others in certain areas of your life perceive you. And if it did resonate for you in any way, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, put your experience in a comment below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another reading. Sending you lots of love and light. Have a magical day, and I'll see you in the next video.